Okay, y'all, I'm gonna jump right into this because I'm annoyed, but I want to talk to y'all real fast. So, if you don't know, I did a live on Facebook and I shared it to my YouTube about what happened during the funeral when Corey passed or whatever, how I was treated and all of that. Even after the fact, things still transpired after the fact. I mean, death threat. I received a ugly text message or whatever. um this girl got my number and continued to text me and call me and all of that. So a lot has happened, like a lot of disrespect for no reason. I know I don't deserve it, right? So all of this time passed and here we are today. I had been contemplating on, like, letting my baby older sister come over. I've been debating on, like, what's the right thing to do for my child, not for my own emotions, making sure my child is protected and all of that stuff, because that's my responsibility. So me personally, I feel like if a person feel a certain way about me, I'm thinking, how can you separate the two and love on my child differently? Like, I have trouble even believing that that's possible. Okay, so what I have done is distance myself out of the equation to eliminate mess. I let his daughter come over to see her sister, and let me tell you what happened. When I went to pick her up, I go to my auntie house, and children had been exposed to all of the stuff that's been going on, not because of me, because conversation had been held in front of kids from the adults. So when I pick her up, we ain't even good for however long, and she make a comment that she finna call her stepmom. I look at her, I don't react. She dialed the number on the phone. I don't know if she answered or not, but she called her. So I had to wait till I leave my auntie house, because I'm like, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen, because I don't want nothing to get struck back up, because my peace is so important. Like, I've been at peace. Like, it ain't nothing been going on. I'm good with where I'm at. Right? Once we leave, I just make it clear to her, like, if this what we gonna be doing, I'm gonna take you back home. Now, I just make it very clear, I'm not against you having a relationship with anybody. Like, if you got established relationships, this girl been in your family for a long time, y'all got the established relationship. I'm not disputing the fact of that. Love on her, like her, whatever you need to do, but don't get me caught in the middle of no type of drama. So, visit your sister, boom, bam, leave it at that. That was understood. So the next day, I'm in my room, the kids doing their TikToks, they in the living room, making them know, doing whatever they doing. Somehow, some way, she said her phone dialed this girl's phone 3 times, and she said it was an accident. Only thing I can go by is the fact that it was an accident, okay? I don't know, because I went in there. So at this point, the girl calling her phone, because why you keep calling me and saying nothing and you hanging up, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know what the exchange was, only because when she came and said the girl was calling her, I said, well, answer the phone. Like, it's no reason why you're not answering the phone. You've been talking to her. So she go outside to answer the phone. I don't know what their exchange was, or whatever. So boom. If you said it was a mistake, it was a mistake. But I don't want nobody thinking that me had you calling somebody to be messy, because I get nothing out of it. So that was the one thing I was afraid of, and it turned into that. Her phone started ringing and people thinking that I had her being messy, and I don't understand how it seems like somebody being messy, because what do I get out of it? That ain't her child. Him had no ties together, so what do I get out of her calling this chick and her knowing that she at my house? Like, that was one thing I didn't want to happen anyway, but it ended up happening. So I'm just like, I don't have time. So it's a week later, and the conversation is still coming up. The daughter or whatever So I said, I really don't want to text his mama, but I don't want, not that it matter, but I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to strike up no more drama, that I'm indulging in any type of drama. So let me text on my own behalf, because I don't know what's said, because I don't hear what's said. So I just text her phone from my baby phone, and I'm like, listen, I don't want y'all to think that I had anything to do with her dialing that girl number, being messy, none of that, because I get nothing from that. You know, it wasn't like no mean text message. I just want to let them know, because I don't want no more drama to even strike up, because I'm in a different place. Like, I had good days, bad days, but I'm in a good place. So I settled Messenger on these kids' phone. So now, my baby, she talked to her uncle, because I set up like the messenger on the phone, and she ended up talking to her grandma. Now, she didn't talk to her grandma a few times in between this time, but okay. So now she's asking me, can she go swimming with her grandma? Now, I know this chick hang around her grandma thick like, and me personally, I don't want my baby around this girl. I don't trust this girl. I just don't get a good vibe from her, period. And she was never that important in Corey's life for me to want my child to be around her, or for them to have any type of relationship. And she's been very disrespectful with the things that she said about my child, and I have the screenshots. So that will never happen. Now, it's a situation where she wants to go with her grandmother, and I feel like it's a lot of unresolved issues. I feel like it's a lot of conversations ain't been had, and there's some apologies that's owed. I feel like as loud as my disrespect was, my apology need to be 3 times as louder. And if you don't feel like you owe me an apology, if you don't feel like a conversation needs to be had, we can't even attempt to even possibly move on for any type of relationship with my child. And it's not that it's personal for me, and I'm putting a child in it, but you got to understand, it just been too much, and for my child as well. Right now, I feel a type of way because my baby asked me if she can go. If I tell my baby no, I look like the bad person. If I tell my baby yes, then now I got to be sitting here wondering in my mind, is this girl around my child? If they're talking about me in a way that my child shouldn't hear people talk about their mama. Like, I don't feel comfortable with that to send my child. And I don't want my child to have to suffer with not having relationships with people that she care about, to whatever extent. I just don't know what to do, and it bothers me because so many months have passed, and I don't want people to think that they can just smooth something over without having a conversation. I'm the person, I can say how I feel, and we can get into it, and I can be okay in the next 5 minutes. But this situation right here was so personal for me. Very personal. Because I knew that I was everything to Corey, and Corey was everything to me. And when he passed, I was downplayed on a level that it was so disrespectful. It make it hard to try to move on from that. For to be everything to somebody before they were sick, while they were sick, and to the day that they took their last breath and passed, to put somebody else on that pedestal like that was everything to him when they wasn't, and the truth, that's messed up. And it's hurtful. So I can't pretend like that never happened. It's just crazy because it's innocent people involved in some petty drama that didn't never have to be petty. Right now, I'm out here sitting in the car. trying to see how to approach this conversation with my child, because I can't do it. I have to stand for something or fall for anything. And I fell for anything for a long time. See, my phone almost fell. For a long time. Because I loved somebody. I let so many things pass. Left, just then expressed a lot of things on the strength of Corey. And I hate that this is where we are. And I want to just bring up something else while I'm on this subject. So I'm on my peace journey. And I've been doing very well on my peace journey. Very well. So I say anything that will disturb the peace in my life right now, because I'm still trying to grieve and move on with my life, whatever that look like. I've been doing it. No matter how much anybody see me smiling on the internet, acting like I'm having a good time, I do stuff just to take my mind off of reality. That's what I do, because my life will never be the same. But I want to say this: if I'm friends with anybody on Facebook and I see them entertaining some foolishness that they know some foolishness just to try to possibly get under my skin or stroke people's ego or whatever it is, you got to come off my friend list. It's nothing personal. When I tell you it ain't nothing personal, when I see you, I'm still speaking. When I see you, I'm still smiling. I have nothing against anybody that I unfriend. It's just for my peace. Because I don't feel like I should have to see any lies on my news feed from somebody who's my friend on Facebook. The word on Facebook says friends and family. Family wouldn't do something intentionally to make somebody feel some type of way, nor would a friend. So if I feel like it's something like that going on, then I have to respectfully remove the person from my friend list. And it's not personal. Just respect that I want to protect my peace. Because if my peace is not protected, your girl gonna crash and burn. I'm already going through enough. So why not protect my peace at all costs? I live by that. Y'all, God has blessed me. It's so unexplainable how he blessed me to be able to get through this, because I don't even know how, and I know it's him. So I think the best thing for me to do is to pray about this, because he's going to guide me. Well, I already know my answer is no, but it's about the conversations. How do you approach it with a child? I know I'm bouncing around, but that don't bother me. I love my kids. I love my kids, and I want what's best for them. It's messed up. It's messed up. It's so messed up. My baby's 7 years old, caught in the middle of some bull crap at 7. Y'all, I'm sitting in my car, just having me some me time. And as I sit, and I just think about me as a mother. My duty is to protect my babies. My duty is to make sure my babies are okay. Make sure they're taken care of. Make sure they know the right things in life. Make sure that they make the right decisions.